Good evening, welcome to ITV News Anglia.
Tonight's main stories.
A new weapon to beat a killer cancer, the test developed at the University of East Anglia, which could be a game changer.
This new test, it seems, from what they're saying, is a real breakthrough. It's the holy grail of cancer diagnosis with the prostate.
Right, okay, there we are.
It's a milkshake moment, but not a stain in sight.
This is a delicious milkshake,
This is really good.
as only Chelmsford knows how. Fantastic.
The man who wants to be Prime Minister on the campaign trail as the Tory leadership race hits the streets of Essex.
A safety warning over cuts to fire crews. A union claims it's wholly inadequate and significantly dangerous.
And could it be the best year ever for Britain's biggest two-day agricultural show?
Hello from Sasha and me, welcome to the programme.
First tonight, it's being hailed as a significant breakthrough in the fight against cancer.
Research being carried out at the University of East Anglia in Norwich has developed a urine test for those with suspected prostate cancer.
Now, it's potentially a game changer because it could reveal how aggressive the disease is and prevent thousands of men from having to undergo invasive surgery. Malcolm Robertson reports.
For Ray Cossey, news of a potential breakthrough in the treatment of prostate cancer is particularly welcome. He was diagnosed in his 50s and had his prostate removed. But as chairman of the trustees of the local support group, he's excited that research being carried out at the University of East Anglia's medical school looks to be pretty significant.
This new test, it seems, from what they're saying, is a real breakthrough. It's the holy grail of cancer diagnosis with the prostate. That we're told that the urine test will enable them to differentiate between an aggressive cancer, one that's going to cause you harm, and one that isn't so bad and perhaps you can live with and you won't need any immediate surgery. So men like me who've had surgery, we have no way of knowing whether we really need that. And I guess a lot of us didn't. But better safe than sorry.
Prostate cancer is the most common cancer among men, claiming around 11,000 lives every year. Almost 50,000 men are diagnosed with the condition every year. 1 in 8 will get prostate cancer during their life, and around 400,000 men are living with or after the disease. Here at the UEA's Bob Champion Medical Research Centre, they've been carrying out the studies. Shay Connell's one of the lead analysts, working closely with the Norfolk and Norwich University Hospital and other research establishments around the world in developing a urine test that will prevent unnecessary biopsies.
It has the potential to massively change how we treat men. So at the moment what happens is if you're diagnosed with lower grade prostate cancer, you're placed on active surveillance because we don't currently know how to treat these patients. Because you're reminding a man every single year that their prostate cancer may develop into something dangerous and they may need treatment in the future, and we don't know what to do with that. Up to 50% of men on active surveillance self-elect for treatment, and we have no way, up until now, of telling which men these are. So now, with a single urine sample, we can potentially send men away for up to 5 years, not have to remind them annually, and it gives an actual potential exit pathway for active surveillance, which would be huge.
He's cautiously optimistic, although further research is needed for it to be accepted by the National Institute for Clinical Excellence. But tonight, this is clearly a step in the right direction for men diagnosed with low-risk prostate cancer or suspected of having it. Malcolm Robertson, ITV News, Norfolk.
Well, I'm pleased to say that joining us all the way from Australia is Dr. Mark Buzzer from the Movember Foundation, which funded the study. Mark, why did this particular research merit funding?
Rob, we brought the best minds from around the world together, so doctors and researchers together to work on a range of different projects. And this was one of the projects that we funded looking at biomarkers or new tests for prostate cancer, so to determine whether a man has got low-risk disease or high-risk disease, and therefore we can treat him or his doctor can treat him optimally. So we thought that there was a real opportunity to bring people together, brightest minds from around the world, to work on this particular challenge. And what was really great about this, we brought people from all over the world, the US, the UK, Europe together, and they've worked together collaboratively, duplicated, reduced the duplication of their research, integrated their research, and now they've come up with a really promising test that could be really game-changing for men in the diagnosis and the treatment of their disease, which is fantastic.
You say a game changer. Just how important a breakthrough could being able to test it through urine be?
Yeah, look, it could be game changing in the sense that we know that invasive tests like tissue biopsies, can really put men off, getting tested and certainly staying on what we call an active surveillance treatment. So men that have been diagnosed with low risk prostate cancer often avoid treatment and the side effects of treatment, and they go on to what's called active surveillance or watchful waiting. But then they kind of sometimes go off that treatment or go off that protocol because they're anxious about whether or not the cancer is going to return. So a test like this, really simple, non-invasive urine test, could really be able to let those men have the confidence to stay on active surveillance and avoid all those treatments of side effects of treatment.
OK, Dr. Mark Buzzer, thank you so much for your time today.